Well, hello there, Whisky folk, and welcome back to the Whisky Friend with me, Alan. If you're a returning subscriber, then thank you and welcome back. If you're watching for the first time, you may want to consider clicking that subscribe button down below, maybe clicking the bell for future notifications. Today, guys, I've really been looking forward to this. LONGMORN 16. Couple of months back, I took part in a live with Roy Aquavite, and he put out a little call telling about his love for LONGMORN 16 and how he didn't have one anymore, and if someone had one, could they contact him? Well, luckily enough, I had one. Wasn't drinking it. It was just sitting away in the cupboard, lying in the cabinet, gathering dust. So I made the call to Roy. I said, Roy, if you want it, you can have it for what I paid for it. Roy was happy enough to accept that, and I paid a visit to Scotland. Met up with him at Deanston, did the tour of Deanston, and in the car park of the Deanston distillery, we did the deal. He paid me for my bottle, and I handed it over, and he put it in the boot of his car. Couple of weeks ago, Roy uncorked that bottle. He was lucky enough to send me a sample, which I'm very thankful, Roy. I hope you're watching this, by the way, Roy. I'm very thankful. My plan was to review the sample and then decide whether I uncork the bottle. I had originally changed my plan because I was going to uncork it today regardless, which I did on my previous recording, which went fantastic, guys. I was just really disappointed. There was a lot of crackling in the sound, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. But Roy, I've already opened it and I've poured one. So without any further ado, I'm going to nose, taste and talk a little bit about the finish on Roy's sample, and then I'll have a go on mine and see how mine is. But anyway, a little bit on the nose, guys. Oh, I've got Roy's little topper on, looking after his sample for me. That's been on there for about half an hour now, so this should be nice and opened up. So anyway, on the nose. Just want to highlight, guys, I want you to know what all the fuss was about this whiskey, but the nose is good on first impressions. It's very fruity, very floral. Bit of spice. I think it's black pepper. It's quite perfumed in the floral. Some mixed fruits there. Some apple. Possibly plum. Got some raisin. So yeah, the fruits are nice. The nose is actually lovely. It's quite an engaging nose, guys. Smells quite sweet. Anyway, I'm going to taste it. Slange. Wow. I know what the fuss is about. It's quite intense on the arrival. It's fruity up front. It's Maybe some tropical fruit on the taste. You've got a little bit of honeysuckle. Some apples and plums are there. I see there may be a little bit of tropical fruit. Maybe some pineapple. Got some vanilla there. The spices coming in now. Behind the fruit is the spices coming in. Definitely black pepper. As it develops, it's quite complex. There's a lot going on. We've got some vanillas coming in there now. And it's a little woody. So it's got an earthy note. Maybe grassy. It's quite rich. And also the mouth feel is lovely. It's actually quite rich and I'd probably say creamy. Creamy and almost syrupy. It's lovely. It's definitely full-bodied. Well balanced. I can see why a lot of people are raving about Longmore. And it is definitely very floral. Let me try some more. Just before I drink most of this, I've just noticed on Roy's sample and mine, the colour is different. And I've got a feeling there's probably a touch more sherry in mine. There's a hint of sherry in this one. But you can see there's a definite colour difference there. But let's taste some more. It's bottled at 48% ABV. I'm not going into the ins and outs about Chivas, stopping it, making it 40. There's enough's been said about that. I'm just going to concentrate on this one. Yeah, it's definitely earthy. Got some tannins. It's quite subtle. Although it's quite intense on the arrival, it develops lovely. Becomes really easy to drink. It's quite mouth-watering originally, and then it kind of, as it goes on longer in the palate, it kind of dries out. The dryness is nice. It just sets you up for some more, which I've just had another sip. I think the spice, yeah, it's quite spicy as it develops. One thing I've noticed about this, as you go through, as it comes in, so it starts off quite creamy, nice mouthfeel, bit fruity, then the spice hits you. Everything seems to be in the right order, which is wonderful. Let's do a little bit about the finish, and then I'll try mine. Nose is lovely. On the finish, it's a good finish. The spices come to the front. It's quite spicy. I think there's some ginger there, a little bit of cinnamon, and maybe even some clove. The black pepper dominates it a little bit, but it's really nice spice. It's still quite earthy, grassy. And right at the end, it's quite drying, and there's some nice wood tannins. It's quite oaky, but all in all, it's wonderful stuff. Thanks again for the sample, Roy. I've been sitting on it for a while, finding the right time to do it. Just a shame about the uncorking. I lost it in the first video, but it's opened. Still hope you're watching, Roy. Let's try mine. Mine's, as I say, it's just been opened. It's a neck pour. There's definitely a difference in the colour. Mine seems a little bit darker. So I don't know if there's some batch variance from bottle to bottle. Nose is a little bit different. Mine's is definitely a bit more sherryer. Not sure what kind of sherry, but it's sweet. Still is sweet, still floral. And the spices there. Yeah, noses are very similar. Let's try mine. Slanch. Wow. For a few seconds there's not a lot happening, and then it just all comes wave after wave. I think mine's is a little spicier as well. Beautiful. I might have said it earlier, but now I see what the fuss is about Longmorn. Hats off, Roy. It's wonderful. I'm glad I've opened it. Just a little bit about this bottle. And I've got a question for anyone who wants to answer it. I used to chase these whiskies. This is probably going to become what they would class maybe as a unicorn whiskey. It's getting rarer and rarer and rarer. I think they discontinued it in 2016. So it is hard to come by. It's not impossible. You can go to auction. I think it varies from auction to auction. The price varies. I've paid more than maybe I wanted to pay for it before, and I got a good deal on one. So it varies at auction. But my question would be, there's a lot of whiskies that are these fantastic whiskies. And I'll quote a couple like Old Pulteney 21, Glendronach 15, I think they're ready to close the Allardyce 18. Obviously this Longmorn 16. They're fantastic whiskies, and I'd love to know how the distilleries can't sustain these. I think once they know they're a winner, why they would stop it. As an investor, I loved it because I used to look out for anything that was discontinuing, and I'd snap them all up and there were money in the bank. But my question would be, I don't know if someone can answer it, is why do these great whiskies all eventually stop at some point? Is there a reason why the distillery, maybe I'm just being naive, is there a reason why the distillery can't sustain them? Who knows? I'm sure somebody can pop a comment and let me know. But all in all, I'm glad I've opened it. Roy, this is just a little message. If you're ever running low again, you've probably noticed over my shoulder, I've got a little stash of Longmorn. If you need me to come to the rescue, give me a call. It's fantastic stuff. I'm sure I'm going to have some good times with this whiskey. This whiskey here, I'm just looking at it, it's like a big dram, isn't it? It's not, it's just a small glass. It's 1:05 in the afternoon. I've got a day off. I think I'm going to have some good times today. I'm going to end the video. It's probably the longest. Yeah, this is coming up for the longest video I've ever done. I hope everyone's still with me and I haven't lost some viewers. Again, guys, the usual housekeeping. If you like it, please like it. please share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'm not going to beg here now, but I'm sitting on 99 subscribers, so I'd love someone to give me that 100 subscribe. I'm really pleased and I'm very humbled. I can't believe I've got there so quickly. But again, you know what to do. I'm going to end the video on a high. I'm going to try some more, and it's been a pleasure. And I'm Alan. Thanks very much. Until the next time.